Hello, Scorpio. This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot here to look at your week ahead starting May 19th, 2025. Scorpio, I hope all is well. Welcome any new subscribers to my channel. I appreciate you for sure. The deck that I am using to deliver your messages will also be listed in the description box. Not reading any reversals. So we're just going to shuffle up the energies here real good to see what is the potential messages for you, Scorpio, coming up this week. All right, energies for Scorpio. And I did want to take this time and opportunity to apologize for not mentioning or wishing you guys a happy Mother's Day. I just got caught up. I'm so sorry and so apologetic that I didn't realize until after the fact. And I had already recorded the videos and didn't realize that I neglected to mention wishing you guys a happy Mother's Day. So I hope it was a very nice Mother's Day for you mothers out there, for sure. All right. Energies for Scorpio. All right, here we go. Cutting the deck here for you. I'm just going to start with the first card of energy. We got the Hierophant. So, Scorpio, powerful major arcana showing up as the very first card of your energies for this week. So, this is energy of spiritual protection for sure. Strong spiritual protection. Also, to teaching and learning in any aspect related to you this week, Scorpio. I always pick up on the job training. So someone could be training on a new job or a new position. So this week here, specifically, just be on the lookout, or not necessarily be on the lookout, but just expect there could be some sort of spiritual enlightenment going on, uplifting, okay, epiphany, synchronicities. Always pay attention to those synchronistic events, any angelic numbers that come through on a repetitive basis. You definitely want to pay attention to that. Those are messages that are coming towards you on the other side. And, you just have to, once you see it, like 1111, for an example, 111, anything in trips, anything in quads, always take the time and opportunity to look up is, to ask yourself, why am I seeing this, more than once? Then, do a Google search, and see what the number means and represents. Those are messages. Those are usually powerful messages. And of course, with the Hierophant here, we can also expect someone to be getting married. Now, it may not be this week, but it could be some, marriage taking place or union taking place in the near future. Following that, now we have even more so, because look, the Knight of Cups follows that, the Prince of Cups here in this deck. So the Knight of Cups usually comes through to very powerful energy. It's several things here. It could be related to a job offer, of course. It also could be for those Scorpios who are already in committed partnerships. Yes, you are getting out of that relationship in that which you are putting in. And then the Prince of Cups has the ability to specifically bring together in union romantic partnerships. Following the Prince of Cups, now we have the Queen of Cups. Oh my God. So the Queen of Cups is here. And both of these cards are in the group of cards outside of the Prince of Cups, because I use that specifically for saying that, it's powerful in terms of uniting, bringing together, formulating romantic partnerships. But the Queen of Cups is in a group of cards where, if you receive it in your spread, then you're already getting some sort of benefit out of a relationship. It's following another core card, okay? And like I said, there could be some sort of marriage being planned here. If it's not this week, it may be sometime in the future. So this is female energy, would represent those female Scorpios that I am talking to. Your mother, your grandmother, your sister, your auntie, your bestie. You could be the Scorpio that I'm reading for that works in the capacity of helping others. And it's not, limited to just, the nursing field. Any form of employment where it's benefiting or uplifting someone. That's usually the Queen of Cups. Also, to pay attention to your intuition this week, Scorpio, because she's also good to help you in terms of helping you, you know, when it comes to your intuition. Maybe, there might be some choices or decisions to make and you're not really certain, but you always have to go with that gut impression that you get. Usually the first gut impression is the correct answer. Inner voices that you may hear also. All right, so that is the Queen of Cups. And again, like the Prince of Cups, outside of the Prince of Cups energy, she has the ability to formulate romantic partnerships, but also two platonic friendships. Following the Queen of Cups, now we have the Four of Swords. This is usually indicative of rest, relaxation, replenishment, rejuvenation, taking a break, cutting ties with those things that you have become attached to. This is just temporary energy, so that could be just taking a day off from work. Following the two core cards that would represent relationships, romantic, platonic, could be family. Just take a break away from that for a minute. Do something for yourself. Reclaim your independence. Redefine your energies in terms of your own happiness and not depending on the abilities for others to make you happy, because that's not why we're here. Yes, it's always nice to get together in terms of partnerships and unions and stuff like that, but we have to be separate still. It's a great hard concept for a lot of people to understand, but once you get to understand that, you'll know. And the reason why I say that, and I'm going a little bit off on this, is because we come into this world alone, and we are going to leave this world alone. Okay, so if you are able to, um, you know, um, able to, detach those energies. So if you're in a relationship and whatnot, it's very important. Yes, the closeness, the unity that you may have, but it's also too more important that you guys are separating yourself as well, not becoming so attached to those energies, because there are always things going on in life that creates, some sort of imbalance for you. And then, that could be a whole nother story. Four of Swords also too, I read in terms of someone could be planning a future trip. Okay, now if we get movement card, any movement card here by the end of your spread here, then you could be the Scorpio I'm reading for that is not only planning a trip this week, but you may be executing, taking that trip during the same time. Up next, now we have the Six of Cups. This is energy that relates to, going down memory lane, feeling nostalgic. Some of you may be feeling nostalgic this week, thinking about your childhood. For those Scorpios that I'm reading for, it could be those people who are still living amongst you. This is family members, friends, and maybe somebody that you were linked with romantically in your past. Usually when the Six of Cups shows up here in your spread, Scorpio, just using could be an indication that these people that you may not have, touched base with or heard from in a while may reach out to you. Even number of cups, again, on the emotional scale, what you give is what you're going to get back. For other Scorpios that I'm reading for, you, it may be a week of memorializing someone. Okay. They're no longer here. They're in spirit now. Someone that you were close to or someone that you knew. And I assigned the dates May 19th through, it's usually 7 days, so it's either the 25th, right? That takes us up to, I think, Memorial Day, if I'm not mistaken. Um, yeah, I think that takes us right up to Memorial Day. So it could be anything related to their passing or I'm sorry, their passing may be related to their birth date or their passing date. Okay. All right. So that's the Six of Cups. So I'm just sitting there thinking, do I need to say Happy Memorial Day before the next week's energies? I don't know. Um, Happy Memorial Day. If by any chance I record this and then, discover that I forgot to mention it. So I'm just saying it now. All right. Prince of Wands is up here next. This is the Page of Wands. Usually good news comes in very fast. Now, the good news could come in directly from a person because this is a court card. The pages and the aces always start things off. So this is the beginning stages of some sort of passion. For some Scorpios that I'm reading for, maybe romance. It may be, discovering some sort of new creative hobby or pursuit of a hobby. Okay, passionate. So an actual person may come to you this week. You have several people here in this spread so far, and maybe a face-to-face encounter and someone telling you that they have some good news for you, or they drop some good news onto you, and that'd be good, right? Up next, now we have the Six of Swords. This is the movement card that I was just referring to this Four of Swords. Six of Swords. There may be a level of stress, moving away from you, Scorpio, that you may have dealt with. Things are, calming down, clearing out. Since we don't have a boat or a ship, still would be smooth sailing, smooth passages. Now, on the other hand, someone that I'm reading for could be seriously thinking about, moving or relocating to a different area. Okay. Some of you may be, again, traveling this week. And if you are going to be traveling, you want to be safe to and from. And whether that decision of having to move or relocate, it may be involving romance here, since it sits underneath the Prince of Cups. Purchasing of any properties or land, because we're absence of any pentacles. We don't really need the pentacles in order for me to say that. This is usually what I get with the Six of Swords. Following the Six of Swords, now we have the King of Wands. Okay, the King, as you know, wow, it sits underneath that Queen of Cups. Is always focused on something or someone, and usually goes after whatever it is that they're focused on. Very intense, fiery, passionate energy. Okay, he can express himself sexually, and it's usually pretty positive. But you could also be attracting new energy towards you, right, Scorpio? Or you're moving towards some new attractive energy. Very powerful. Up next, now you got the major arcana, the sun. When the sun is in your spread, ain't nothing going to go wrong here for you this week, Scorpio. Oh my God, I'm liking these messages here for you guys. So the sun is the most positive card of in the tarot deck, first and foremost. This is about happiness. This is about success. This is feeling childlike. Again, it could be the Scorpio that I'm reading for that works in the health industry. Could be just, the Scorpio that I'm reading for that maybe this week here you're going through some sort of, routine medical checkups or exams. It's going to be fine. Any doctors that write any orders for laboratory tests or x-rays, that all falls underneath the energy of the sun. Traveling wise, since the mirror is over here to the Six of Swords, you could be traveling to Florida, California. Those are the two spots that I come up with instantly, but you could also be traveling somewhere else that welcomes you warmly, okay? So feeling vibrant, feeling energized, the yes answer to any question that you have. Keep in mind, Scorpio, that this sun here also provides healing in any area that you may need healing. So it could be emotional, physical, mental, and then also to blessings. Blessings may be offered to you this week, or blessings may occur or happen for you this week, and that's not a bad thing either. Up next, now we have the Five of Cups. Not to despair here. The Five of Cups simply means sadness or disappointment, but it could be, just a little temporary mood swings that, oftentimes we go through, and it's just, no one or anything directed at you that could create some sort of sadness or disappointment. It could be just, chemical shift in your brain. And, it's just a passing moment. Fives are usually temporary energy anyway. However, it may be the sadness or disappointment may be associated with a child of yours. If you have children, it could be your romantic partner, could be a platonic friend. It also could be someone else in the family. So, don't take heed too much on this Five of Cups in your spread. I'm not even going to throw a clarifier on that because it's not necessary. Then we have the Ace of Pentacles here, Scorpio. This is one of I consider the Ace of Pentacles as one of the big money cards here, because with the Ace of Pentacles, the power of the energy of which you could draw towards you financially is so strong. So this, still could be for any Scorpio that I'm reading for as a job offer, contract offer, unlimited amount of energy in terms of resources and money coming towards you. Could be investments, savings, all right? Startup of a business. Remember, I said the aces start things off. Or you could regard the Ace of Pentacles as the beginning stages of your financial situation heading, in the right direction. Up next, now we have the Two of Cups. Two of Cups is, again, like the Knight of Cups. For those Scorpios who are in committed partnerships, you're getting out of that relationship which you are putting in. Equal number of cups. So again, emotionally, what you give is what you're going to get back. Sharing like-mindedness, just spending good quality time with each other. And then also, too, the Two of Cups could come through for any single Scorpio out there who gets invited out to go on a date for the very first time. All right. And like the Knight of Cups, Prince of Cups, the Two of Cups can formulate and bring together romantic partnerships. All right. It's all about that union, togetherness. Then we have the Wheel of Fortune that finishes your spread off for the week. Okay. Wonderful messages here from my Scorpios. This is one of the big money cards like that Ace of Pentacles, but the Wheel of Fortune is considered fate and destiny. So you could be out and about and, anything could occur that you're fated or destined that have occurred to you. Again, we have the uh, Hierophant here. Remember, I talked about, spiritual enlightenment, epiphanies, synchronicities. Then we have the Queen of Cups, paying attention to your intuition. Anything that was unfortunate for you, Scorpio, the wheel has the ability to turn that energy around or event into your favor. Okay. If you're the risk taking Scorpio and you like to do the gambling, the casino runs, the lotteries, and stuff like that, just play responsibly. All right. This is big money here. All right. So, this is what I have for you this week, Scorpio. Always keep in mind it's just me interpreting these messages here for you. Take what is going to work for you, leave the rest alone. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, throw the comments in. And I've been saying in other videos, if there was any suggestions that you may have in terms of me doing something completely different in terms of the format of maybe setting up the cards in a different scenario, you guys let me know. I'm open to any suggestions because, after a while, I start to get bored and things, when I start to do things over and over and it's the same thing, it becomes monotonous. So I get bored real quick. So if you have any suggestions, by all means, throw them in and see what we come up with. But in the meantime, you guys have a safe, great week ahead. Always come back to get more of these messages from me, Scorpio, and I'll talk to you soon. Ciao.